Hey crypto lovers! Welcome back to your channel, Ai FunTech. Today we're diving deep into one of the most hotly debated topics in the crypto world, the Ethereum price prediction. Imagine waking up one day to see your ETH account skyrocket overnight. Sounds like a dream, right? But is that realistic? In today's video, we'll explore Ethereum's past, dissect the factors influencing its future, and debate whether ETH is headed for a new all-time high or a wild correction. Remember, this isn't financial advice, so always do your research before investing. Let's start with the basics. Ethereum isn't just another cryptocurrency. It's the backbone of a revolution in decentralized applications, smart contracts, and even decentralized finance, DeFi. Since its launch in 2015 by Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum has transformed the way we think about blockchain technology. Today, it stands as the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization and serves as the world computer, powering everything from NFTs to DeFi protocols. Currently trading around the mid-$2,600 mark and fluctuating throughout the day, ETH's price tells a story of resilience and rapid evolution. While Bitcoin often grabs the headlines with its record highs, Ethereum's technological innovations, like its recent upgrades and transition to proof-of-stake, fuel a different narrative. It's a tale of potential, of scalability solutions, robust developer ecosystems, and an ever-expanding utility across multiple sectors. But here's the big question. What does the future hold for Ethereum's price? Can ETH reach those lofty numbers that some analysts dream of? Or are we in for a bumpy ride? Before we get into the nitty-gritty, here's a quick snapshot of what shapes ETH's destiny. Technological upgrades. Think network upgrades like the upcoming Pectra upgrade, designed to enhance efficiency and reduce transaction costs. Institutional interest. From the buzz around spot Ether ETFs to institutional inflows, big money is starting to take notice. Market dynamics and technicals. Support and resistance levels, moving averages, and patterns like the ascending triangle or cup and handle play a critical role in predicting price movements. For a more detailed dive into the technical analysis behind these predictions, check out this insightful piece on Ethereum price forecast. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the factors that are causing so much debate around ETH's future. If you've ever ridden a roller coaster with sudden loops and unexpected drops, you'll know exactly what I mean. Ethereum's price prediction isn't a straight line. It's a thrilling ride with twists, turns, and yes, occasional freefalls. Some analysts are painting a very optimistic picture. For example, DeepSeek AI recently predicted that ETH could reach between $13,846 and $15,385 by the end of 2025. Then there are voices from platforms like MarketWatch and CoinDCX, suggesting that with the approval of spot Ether ETFs and new network upgrades, Ethereum might break past significant resistance levels, potentially eyeing a breakout above $5,000, with some even hinting at numbers near the $10,000 mark in the best-case scenario. What's driving this bullish sentiment? It all comes down to ETF approvals. The recent buzz around the approval of spot Ether ETFs is a game-changer. Institutional investors now have a regulated way to gain exposure to ETH without directly owning the crypto, which could lead to a surge in demand. Network upgrades. Ethereum's roadmap includes upgrades like Pectra, which promise to lower transaction fees and improve network efficiency. Imagine your morning coffee being brewed faster because the barista upgraded his machine. That's the kind of boost we're talking about for ETH. Growing institutional adoption. With institutional players slowly stepping into the crypto arena, Ethereum's credibility as a long-term asset is growing. Data shows increasing wallet creations and higher on-chain activity, suggesting a robust future for the network. But hold your horses. Crypto is notorious for its volatility, and not everyone is on board with the rosy predictions. On the flip side, some experts warn of potential market corrections and bearish scenarios. For instance, Van Eck has predicted a cycle top around $6,000, cautioning that even in bullish times, corrections are inevitable. Other factors that could dampen the bullish outlook include regulatory uncertainty. Despite the optimism, regulatory hurdles remain a major concern. With staking rules and crypto classifications still in flux, any sudden change in regulation could trigger market uncertainty. Market sentiment shifts. Crypto markets are highly sensitive to news and sentiment. A single tweet or unexpected macroeconomic event can send prices tumbling. It's a bit like that time I nearly invested in a guaranteed rocket startup. Turns out, the only thing guaranteed in crypto is uncertainty. Technical corrections. From a technical perspective, Ethereum's price might face significant resistance around key levels like $4,000. If these support levels fail, we could see a sharp correction, testing lower ranges and possibly wiping out some gains. So, which scenario is more likely? The truth is, it could be any of them, or even a blend of both. Picture it as a game of choose your own adventure, where every twist and turn leads to a different outcome. And that's what makes crypto so fascinating and nerve-wracking. Before you start picturing your ETH rocket blasting off into space, or, conversely, crashing down like a deflated balloon, let's take a moment to consider the technical details. Many analysts use a mix of chart patterns, moving averages, and indicators like the Relative Strength Index, RSI, to forecast Ethereum's short-term movements. For example, a bullish ascending triangle might hint at an upward breakout, while failure to breach resistance could signal a consolidation or even a dip. These nuanced readings form the backbone of many predictions we see online. And here's a little cliffhanger for you. What if the regulatory environment suddenly shifts in favor of crypto, or what if a major institutional player decides to dump billions into Ethereum? Could that be the catalyst for ETH to finally catch up to Bitcoin's legendary rally? Stick around because we're about to explore that very possibility in the next act. As we step into the final act, let's pull together all the threads of our discussion. On one hand, there's a tidal wave of bullish indicators, promising ETF approvals, network upgrades that could supercharge transaction speeds, and a growing wave of institutional interest. On the other, there are stark reminders of crypto's inherent volatility and the persistent specter of regulatory challenges. So, where does that leave us? Here's my take. Let's talk about best-case scenario could be. If all the stars align, regulatory clarity emerges, ETFs flood in institutional capital, and Ethereum's upgrades perform as promised, we could witness ETH climbing to, or even surpassing, the $10,000 mark. In this scenario, your ETH holdings might experience a meteoric rise, turning early investments into impressive gains. Imagine the thrill of watching your portfolio light up like a Christmas tree in July. Now let's look at the worst-case scenario could be. Alternatively, if regulatory crackdowns occur unexpectedly, or if technical indicators falter at key resistance levels, Ethereum could face a steep correction. This might see ETH dipping towards lower support levels, perhaps even below $2,500, before it stabilizes. Remember, though, that corrections are a natural part of market cycles, and they often pave the way for the next bull run. Middle ground scenario. Most realistically, the truth likely lies somewhere in between. Ethereum could experience a series of moderate gains interspersed with corrections, a classic zigzag pattern that many seasoned crypto traders are all too familiar with. This gradual ascent, punctuated by occasional dips, might allow investors to build positions over time and ride the wave upward steadily. In the end, the beauty and the peril of Ethereum's price prediction lies in its uncertainty. It's a dynamic interplay of innovation, market psychology, and regulatory developments. What's your take? Do you think ETH is primed for a breakout to new highs, or should we brace for a bumpy ride ahead? Before we wrap up, here's a quick personal note. I remember a time when I almost bet my entire portfolio on a sure thing after reading one overly optimistic article. Let's just say that roller coaster taught me the value of caution and the importance of diversifying one's investments. And that's exactly why I'm not here to tell you what to do, but rather to share the landscape so you can make your own informed decisions. So, what's the verdict? Ethereum's future is as thrilling and unpredictable as a high-stakes poker game. Whether you lean towards the bullish predictions or are wary of potential pitfalls, one thing is clear: staying informed and engaged is key. The crypto market is a living, breathing entity, always evolving, always surprising. I want to hear from you, crypto family. What do you think? Will ETH soar past $10,000, or are we on the verge of a correction? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and even your wildest hypotheses in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Ethereum's price prediction, don't forget to check out our playlist on crypto market trends and price analysis. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update from Ai FunTech. Remember, as always, this isn't financial advice, so do your own research before investing. Stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.